So hi everybody, thanks for coming today. My name's Kevin Kelly. I've been with AWS for over 15 years, and I've had the privilege to work on a bunch of training programs at AWS. I was a solutions architect before getting involved in certification, and then helping with some programs that really develop and create entry-level and mid-career cloud talent. And throughout my journey, I've really been passionate about developing that next generation of cloud builders, so that we can help you staff your projects appropriately and leverage everything out of the cloud that you would like to. And I've been particularly focused on helping solve workforce problems and getting entry-level and mid-career talent available. So in the next 20 minutes, we're going to dive into AWS Cloud Institute, which is a prescriptive, expert-led by AWS instructors program with hands-on cloud skills that are manifested through labs, 2 capstone projects, the development of a portfolio, and 2 AWS certifications. So we've baked in AWS Cloud Practitioner and AWS Associate Developer certifications as part of a 9-month program to create a future-proof AI-enabled next-generation talent for building cloud applications. So whether you're struggling with talent gaps or lagging in transformative projects that you want to build, AWS Cloud Institute can provide you a pipeline of talent to help build and supercharge your programs for success. So with that, let's get started. I want to talk about why you should think about future-proofing your organization, why it's important and what some of the driving forces are. Then I want to dive into the AWS Cloud Institute itself and talk about exactly what it is. What are the 9 courses? What do we teach? And then I want to cover how you can engage with AWS with your existing workforce. So you might choose to supplement your workforce with some of the talent pipeline we're creating, or use this AWS Cloud Institute to develop your existing talent pipeline, including cloud peripheral roles that may be interested in becoming cloud builders and giving them an opportunity to do that in both a full-time and a part-time mode. So let's dive into this. So a couple of facts. The cloud skills gap continues to grow. So here's a stat from 2023 talking about a 6 million cloud gap of IT professionals, entry-level, mid-career, senior, that are stopping projects from continuing to be developed. The global workforce is just failing to keep up with the number of cloud builder and the demand for cloud builders that's out there. And this was a 35% increase, 23 over 24, and the data continues to indicate an increase in this gap year over year. Also, 64% of decision makers say cloud skills gap exists across their teams. And so they're looking for cloud skills, cloud talented, entry-level, mid-career workforce. And as long as this gap remains, it forces our customers and partners to make tough decisions about what to build and when. So through 2026, the underfunding of skills initiatives will prevent 65%, a large number of enterprises from achieving the full value of AI, the cloud, data and security investments that they want to make in and around the cloud, in and around AI. And so this gap is really preventing a lot of our customers from achieving the full value and meet the expectations that they want to meet around the kind of things they want to build and deploy on AWS and in the cloud. Additionally, 90% of leaders who hire entry-level cloud talent say it's helped their organization achieve higher innovation revenue in the cloud while lowering IT-related costs. And I want to spend a second here talking about what entry-level talent can do to energize and invigorate an organization. A lot of organizations, when they look at their cloud back office, they have a lot of workers that are mid-career to senior career. And they're looking at how can I bring in entry-level talent to help future-proof the whole organization itself in addition to bringing in a workforce that's AI aware and more cloud aware to help existing customers make that transition. It's a real challenge. And so AWS Cloud Institute is built to address this talent gap that's industry-wide. We have created a very prescriptive, intentional reskilling, upskilling program to create a diverse talent pipeline. And our mission is to really address our customers and partners when they come to us and say, I can't find talent at all, let alone entry-level talent. And oftentimes we're poaching it from each other and we're increasing the price of that talent, and it really inhibits the growth of cloud application development. And so we built a program to address the gap that provides a pipeline of AI literate, AI ready, job ready, cloud ready professionals that are really focused on solving problems with AWS and the cloud. They understand how to leverage all aspects of the cloud: compute, storage, network, database, security, and AI. And they've taken quite a bit of experiential learning. In addition to digitally learning, instructor-led training, they're taking learning that's really focused on labs and 2 capstone projects where they have to build a real solution and develop a portfolio that they can show an employer. And so our mission has really been to create a program that can create this diverse entry-level pipeline for our customers and partners. So we encourage you to join us. Stay on this slide for a moment with the code on it. We've also got some material on your chair that gives you the code to take a look at the website. So what does the program really look like? It is a 3-quarter full-time program with 3 classes per quarter. Each class takes about 10 to 15 hours, so if you're a full-time learner, that's 30 to 40 hours. And we have a mix of learners in our program that are completing the program as full-time learners in as little as 9 months, but we also have a large number of our learners that are taking it in a part-time mode. So they're taking 1 or 2 classes a quarter. And we start with Introduction to Cloud Foundations. And we're giving you everything that the learner really needs to pass the AWS Cloud Practitioner Certification. We make no prerequisite assumptions about what they know or don't know. We explain, the perfect storm that gave birth to the cloud: API systems, distributed systems, virtualization, and we build up from there. So we don't just jump into compute. We don't assume that these are Bachelor of Science, Computer Science, or IT learners. We really start from the ground up. You'll notice we have a Developer Fundamentals, and that is our Python course. So we use Python throughout the program as the language that they build solutions in. We use the Bado library, API against our CLI for building solutions, and we start early with cloud operations. So we start with a mix of introduction, Python, and we also use Amazon Q early in the program, Q Developer, because we believe a modern developer will be using Amazon Q or another coding assistant. So we're really trying to build professionals that have the right set of skills. We then move on to more cloud fundamentals, a second course in Python that gets more in depth. So the first Developer Fundamentals are really focused on single service solutions. Then we start combining services together with Python. And then by the 3rd quarter, they're building full solutions. We prepare them for the AWS Developer Certification. And we also have an AI for Developers course. So we're giving them Bedrock, SageMaker, Amazon Q for business and for developer. So we're really preparing them for the modern cloud workspace. And then we give them the vouchers. It's included as part of the program for both the Cloud Practitioner and the AWS Developer Associate Certification. So ideally, they complete our program with our certificate of completion, 2 certifications, Credly badges for those certs, and a badge for the program itself. So we've also created a set of experiences for the program. So it is a multimodal learning program, digital e-learning material, instructor-led training. So we have 5 live sessions a week for the learners. We deliver them several times a day. We record one of the sessions. use transcribe to caption it, and we post it back to our LMS within 24 hours. So if a learner can't make one of the live sessions, the next day they can watch the session that they missed from the previous day. And we do that for all our live sessions. We give them space to save everything that they're doing. Over 160 labs in the program, in addition to the 2 capstone projects. And so we want them to build a portfolio. We also help them with the certs, and we even have a Slack community for them to interact with each other and also the instructors. So we're trying to teach them IM etiquette in a modern IT workplace. We're also teaching them some professional skills. So we spend some time with helping them document why they're doing what they're doing. And when we talk to our customers and partners, this was one of the big asks that they had. They said when we hire technical people, they often can't explain to a business stakeholder why they're doing what they're doing. And so we spend time on that as well. So it is a pretty well-rounded curriculum with the programming language and some professional skills and a bunch of mixed learning modalities. So what we're striving for is on day one, you have a job-ready employee that has some business problem-solving skills and the ability to document them. Lots of hands-on coding projects that they've been involved with, Python as a programming language and the Boto API. We also have cloud chats with employers, so we're bringing in potential employers and having them talk to our learners and set expectations about what's a day in the life of a cloud consultant. What's the day in the life of a cloud application developer who doesn't visit customers? The peripheral roles like QA. We bring in recruiters to talk to them about what they look for in social media profiles and resumes. So we really try to prepare them to get that first job with some getting hired essentials material and career readiness support. And our goal is to get all of our learners that first entry-level cloud role. So these are some of the roles that we're cultivating our learners to pursue. Cloud application developer, DevOps roles, cloud administrator, cloud support roles. There's different companies use different names for these entry-level roles, but these are the kinds of roles that we're preparing them for. So I talked a little bit earlier about you can go as a full-time learner and complete the program in 9 months. We have about half of our learners that are doing that. So they're in a position where they can take a bit of a gap year and go through this program. We have learners that are taking 2 or 1 courses. And so we give learners the opportunity to go through at their own pace. And that's okay with us. We also allow you to dynamically switch between the 2. So one of our learners happens to be a school teacher. And so they take 1 or 2 classes a quarter until summer, and then they become a full-time learner for that summer quarter and then switch back. So rather than just hearing from me, I'd like you to hear from some of our learners that are in the program.
I really had no technical experience.
Being able to have the opportunity with AWS Cloud Institute to make this career transition has been phenomenal and empowering.
I went from working in customer service for 20 years to possibility of being a cloud developer.
They give tons of hands-on experience. You're learning from AWS pros themselves.
The instructors are super helpful and they're always answering questions. It's a very great and supportive atmosphere.
The AWS Cloud Institute has helped me gain the deep understanding of the foundations of the cloud.
I now have the confidence to understand that I do belong in this industry.
I feel like I have a new path ahead and that I can kind of choose right now, which is really exciting.
Thank you. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, one of the most gratifying things about the program is that we're trying to give these learners swagger and help them get over imposter syndrome in terms of you do belong in this cloud builder industry. So we spend a lot of time helping them become confident learners and learn how to learn so that they can continue their learning journey. And I'm really thrilled that we actually have one of our learners here today who you just saw on screen, Sherry Calo. So I would encourage you to talk to Sherry after the presentation if you want to get the real skinny on the AWS Cloud Institute. All right, so what we really want to do, a couple things I want to leave you with is we want to help you transform a new or existing workforce and really help you future-proof the talent. So I mentioned we spend time teaching our learners how to learn. We talk to them about how to search through reference manuals, programming guides, and if any of you have looked at our AWS reference guides and programming manuals, they're pretty thick. How do you navigate them? How do you find the answers that you're looking for quickly? So we're really trying to help our learners learn how to learn in an IT environment. Learn how to leverage Slack. Learn how to ask your peers and coworkers questions. And finally, you could participate by helping if you're in the need for having some talent and you want to future-proof your organization with some vibrant entry-level talent. Think about us as a potential hiring pipeline, because you'll be seeing our graduates. We have our first cohort of graduates that are actually completing the program this month. Sherry is one of those graduates. So they'll be out on the job market with AWS Cloud Institute on their resumes, so please look for that. So if you're ready to future-proof your workforce, again, here's the QR code that you can share. You've also got it in front of you with some stickers that you can put on your laptops if you like. And then while you're at the expo, you can visit our Develop Your Team podium, which is just around the corner here, and learn more about AWS Cloud Institute, or talk to Sherry while she's here, or you can talk to me or any of the people in the back of the room that are from AWS from the program. So I welcome you to join us as either thinking about this as a mechanism for helping your own employees become cloud application developers and builders, or using it as a hiring pipeline. Thank you very much. Don't forget to complete your survey.